The Hyundai Venue has some of the coolest features. This intuitive dashboard. Can you see for yourself? The LED headlights, 16-inch alloy wheels. You can even get an option of plush leather seats, but I must say, I am loving these ones. And of course, I said it before, the Apple CarPlay. The great thing is the Hyundai Venue is from only 3,899 Rand per month right now with a 10% deposit. Hyundai Venue, your dreams only work if you do. Having the chance to enjoy this vehicle as the Hyundai Venue was the official vehicle partner for the 702 Walk the Talk was such a privilege, and I completely enjoyed my time in it. Can I keep it? Okay, you go get yours. One of my favorite things to do in the car, because it's almost like the time I have by myself. I'm always with people. Even when I'm sitting on my laptop working, I feel like I'm in constant communication with people. But one of the things I love to do is just to listen to some good music. I sometimes listen into my colleagues' shows, depending on how tired my brain is. Sometimes I log into meetings in the car, but I truly enjoy just being in a car by myself, listening to music, or sometimes even just listening to the white noise outside. And this is one of the favorite times I have in the car, because it's not often that I get to be alone and hear myself think. So there is something about being alone on the road. I remember the one day I was driving to Sun City for a project, and I couldn't believe how excited I was driving from Joburg to the northwest, Bokoni Bophirima, and I was just excited at the prospect of being in the car by myself and just putting the car completely, my phone completely offline and just playing music. And that's one of the funnest things to do on the open road. So my very first car was a tiny skadonk with 4 gears. And I drove down to Cape Town, and driving this Hyundai Venue is making me think about all the cool things I wish I had in the car back then. And if you come from the era of a Discman, that's how my friend and I were listening to music. We put the Discman on the floor by the passenger seat, and we plugged in, those computer speakers. That's how we listened to music. So the Hyundai Venue is such a perfect vehicle for a road trip. It's comfortable, it is light. Big cars can be quite heavy to drive. It is zippy. It still has ample enough space without you feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm struggling to park because the car's so wide and the parking spaces are so small. And again, because for me, it's all about music and entertainment in the car, I so wish I'd had a car like this back then when I was 18 years old and adventurous and driving all over the place and just deciding I was going to drive to Cape Town, just like that. When I look back at that period in my life, I was 18 years old. I had already started working, fresh out of doing my first production, Fame the Musical. And at that time in my life, it's almost like anything was possible, but nothing was at the same time. And I don't know if you're able to relate to that, where your dreams feel so far away, but your dreams are still right in front of you. So even though my world was smaller in terms of exposure, my world was smaller in terms of what I was earning, what I was driving, my dreams were big. Anything was possible. I think maybe where I made a mistake is that I did not allow myself to dream bigger, because I'm doing so many things in my life right now that I never even prayed for. I never even imagined I would be doing. But one thing I did do right, and I did do well, is work my behind off. That when opportunities came, I made sure I was working and working and working. If you have been following my career, if you even want to look back at some of the things that I've done, there are so many things behind the scenes that I've done in television production. There's so many things that I have done that I didn't even get paid for, just to get myself out there. And that made me realize that, I'm achieving my dreams. Now I can afford a car like this. I can drive a car like this. I can partner with a brand like this. Because I worked. I did not just dream, I worked. And that's why it makes sense that your dreams will come true. Your dreams will manifest and your dreams will become real if you do the work. Your dreams will work for you if you work for them. And I think that's a very, very important lesson to learn. So yeah, your dreams work if you do.